Greetings, one and all. My name is Lancer, and welcome to a new reaction series. One that I have been giddily waiting to do for quite a long time. And this isn't a new series by any means. It's also one that is not new to me at all. I recently did a poll, or well, it was actually a while ago at this point, but it was a poll asking what series you would like to see me rewatch. And well, a sizable majority of you picked this. We are going to be rewatching Transformers Prime. Now, this is a series that's been in my wheelhouse for quite a while. And well, here and there, I think I've mentioned it. I mean, I'm a pretty big Transformers fan. I haven't really talked about that because really I haven't had the chance to. It really started with the Michael Bay Transformers films, which, don't get me wrong, those films are terrible. But as a kid who saw them, they were fun. Transformers Prime was a show that aired on the Hub way back in the day. And it was up there with like Star Wars The Clone Wars. And honestly, it still kind of is in terms of like a CG show that I grew up watching. And nowadays I can look at it and be like, God, there's parts of this show that suck dick, but I still love it. I think we'll have a fun time with it. The only thing that stopped me from doing the series for a long time was just I didn't know where to watch it, because for a long time all of it was on Netflix, but then they took down seasons 2, 3 in the movie, and it was just season 1 for a while. And now in recent times, all of the episodes have just been put onto YouTube. I don't know what that meant. I don't know if maybe a studio probably lost rights to it and YouTube claimed it for whatever reason, but yeah, Transformers Prime on YouTube. So yeah, let's transform and roll out into the first episode. Oh man, already.
So there I am on the lookout when out of nowhere these high beams light up my rear view. I'm illegally parked.
Dude, already, not even 20 seconds in. Goddamn, Brian Tyler did such a good job with the score of this show, man. That's gonna be the bulk of what I praise. Get ready for that. The music is so good. It's one of my favorite music themes of all time. So emotional. Also, Cliff Jumper, voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for the first episode.
I let him get all the way down the block. That's when I kick off my new shiny shoe and bang!
New York's finest soil themselves.
You know me, RC. Mess with Cliff Jumper.
And you get the horns.
Cliff.
Patrolling for Energon out here in Dullsville gets lonesome. Almost makes me miss the Decepticons.
Like Jasper, Nevada's a party? We're alone wherever we travel on this rock cliff.
Well, maybe not forever.
Do I ever need backup?
Something he'll regret.
Decepticons.
How did you not see this? Damn. First little taste of the action. Back when Viacons were scary.
About that backup.
I didn't realize you don't get the intro in the first episode. Dude, what a hook already. That's what I think I love most about this show, is that, like, I mean, there are moments where it does take its time to explain the lore. Obviously, we'll get into that stuff later, but it doesn't really hold your hand in the beginning, you know, despite it being a kid's show, ultimately. At this point, you know, Autobots, Decepticons, you know what you're getting into with this. I do know, obviously, that Transformers Prime, at least initially, it's in the same aligned continuity as the War for Cybertron games. At least that's what they said in the beginning, but personally, I've never played those games. I know bits and pieces of it, obviously. I know that that game ends and like Megatron, like, you know, he gets like this warship that we see throughout the course of the show. It's just like, we're leaving Cybertron. I don't really think about all that. I mean, again, I never played the games, but it's just kind of like, it's its own thing. We have fun with it. You just feel how like expensive it is already.
Fair warning, boys. I'll put a few dings in ya.
Sheesh. Of course, The Rock gets to play like a jacked Autobot.
Understood.
Yeah, Peter Cullen.
Do you have Cliff Jumper's coordinates? RC, Bulkhead, Bumblebee. Rendezvous back at base and prepare to ground bridge.
Dude, that's gonna be the other thing. The voice acting in this show is so good. Some of the best. Damn. Sound design as well. Like, production-wise, it's gorgeous. Shit. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Oh, what a cool shot.
The Energon. It's worthless to me now.
Steve Bloom, baby.
Scream. It's been a while.
I am my own master. Any more questions?
Well, not really giving him the choice. Dark. I love it. The only time anyone will ever take the chance to kill somebody in the show, though. But it is an event that will spark sort of a character arc for Starscream. But, you know, that'll be way later down the line. Favorite Starscream, though? Easily. If you look at my channel a long time ago, in the very early days, I started doing a reaction series to Transformers Animated, which I did one episode with that, and that's as far as we got, which looking back, thank God. That was the first video that kind of sort of blew up on my channel a little bit. Let's see if we could still tap into that Transformers fan base with this series. Yeah. The Squad. It's the only time he kind of holds it sideways like that.
First Decepticon activity in 3 years.
That we know of. If they're scouting for Energon, they may be preparing for his return.
Maybe. Funny that they gave Optimus the lips. Figured to just keep a mask on and be easier to animate.
No.
Ratchet, can you track his position?
No. Cliff Jumper's life signal just went offline.
Actually smart by Starscream. Not that they could have tracked him anyway.
Soundwave.
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
Like Jasper, Nevada's a party?
The one called RC. Why slay just one Autobot?
Well, we could slay them all.
The advantage of surprise.
Lip tracking was not the best on that one, but...
As of today, only we 5 Autobots remain on this Earth. To any Autobots in any galaxy seeking safe harbor.
Man.
To humankind, we owe it to the memory of our fallen comrade.
Humankind who we haven't interacted with yet, but yeah.
If Cliff's gone, standing around here sulking won't bring him back. So unless anyone minds, I think I'll get back to protecting humankind.
Not her first partner.
Helping humans will only result in more tragedy.
Your opinion is noted.
Yeah, noted, and I'll remind you of that when we get to the end of the show.
559, sir. At the window.
The human story.
I have to pay for that.
That's illegal. That is the thing you really have to take with a massive grain of salt with this show. Is this came out in what, 2011? So I assume it's in that sort of time era. I was assumed kind of early 2000s-esque. Because that was the other thing with this show, is that the people making it very much wanted it to kind of be in the similar vein as the Michael Bay movies, because that were coming out around the same time. But I still have huge respect to the showrunners. They wanted to do their own thing. There's still, like, obviously kind of the foundation in a lot of different ways. Like, you know, when we get to, like, Bumblebee, who speaks just the way he does, certain scenes that are reminiscent of the movies. But at the very least, the human characters in this show are some of my favorites in all of Transformers. Oh, but what I was trying to get at is just, like, you figured humans would be able to track anything that's happening in this show, which it's something that never happens. The threat of them being exposed, despite some of the chaotic and world-ending shit that we get up to in this show. But hey, oh, that's the future. Hey, boys.
Twins.
This is Jasper.
Hey, yo.
Love you. Hello, beautiful.
Ugh, God.
Where have you been all my life?
I don't know why I don't like this.
Nice.
Ew.
I am gonna own a ride like you someday.
Are you talking to your motorcycle?
Ugh. Oh, boy. See, that's the one thing I still don't get about, and I'm pretty sure we don't delve into it. Like, I get why the Autobots are keeping a low profile, but why do the Decepticons care? I guess just so the Autobots can't detect them as fast, but I don't know. Throughout the majority of the show, it's like the Decepticons hold the advantage, just in terms of their military might. It's nice seeing how the production of this show gets much better as well. Because these first 5 episodes I know were like made and they were kind of meant to be their own thing. It's just that. But then it's like, no, let's just make more of the show, which I am very happy that they did.
Do not let go.
Who said that?
Who's talking?
Destroy them both.
Alright.
Tell anyone about me and I will hunt you down.
Don't tempt me with a good time. You gotta stop, bro. How did you jump?
I don't even know her.
Come on!
I mean, this is reminiscent of, like, in the first Transformers movie when Sam gets chased by Barricade with the police car. I mean, I get why they do this in the opening thing. It's just because cars are easier to animate than robots. I still think it's cool. Just blickies on the highway. Yeah. The Marrow.
Friend of yours?
Family.
I never got that initially. Family. You understand the concept of family already? Heh, what a transition. Fucking massive head. Jesus. Cool. It gets worse. But
This ends here, cons.
you have guns as well. Why are you running at them?
Talking cars that turn into robots. Or the other way around.
Honestly, 10 years later, it wouldn't even be as shocking. Damn. Nyom. Damn.
No problem.
Hey, he just dies like that. What purpose does this serve? Also, you have a gun. But sure, let's do horror movie stuff. The only time the Viacons are like actually scary is like this first episode. Because after this, they just get like one-tapped by anything.
Thank you. What did we just see?
No idea, and I'm not sure I want to find out.
We didn't see anything. Big boy.
Who's ready to rumble?
Later. 2 Viacons.
Traffic.
Haha.
If the Decepticons are targeting us, anyone perceived as our ally will be at grave risk.
God, Peter Cullen's voice. It's like him, Christopher Judge, like people who just have like a built-in reverb in their voice. So sexy. I don't know why I ever noticed. Fucking RC's handlebars are on her elbows. Oh yeah, this specifically designed character in the background totally won't be anything. Conveniently, we all go to the same school.
Hey. Oh, not again.
Not again.
Wants us to get in.
No, just me.
How do you know that?
Yours is over there.
How do you know? Jack is too relatable. It's funny how she takes an interest in RC initially.
I get it. The first rule of Robot Fight Club is you don't talk about Robot Fight Club. You need to understand is that I don't want a bunch of crazy talking vehicles following me around trying to get me killed.
Your personal safety is exactly why Optimus Prime has requested your presence.
Wait, Optimus who?
Because you are one of the few, one of the only who have ever seen us.
Dude, what are you waiting for?
God damn it.
Go with!
Scrap.
There's also a house just like in the background. Listen, I can't blame Jack, honestly. I would see some shit like that. I'm just like, yeah, cool. Anyway, of course, in the real world, that meant I would just be... But fucking Jack and RC's relationship is one of my favorites in this show. Because this show is mainly like an ensemble kind of show, even though it kind of just like, oh yeah, Jack is like the main character. But that's why like I would love if they did like a Transformers Prime reboot where they actually from start to finish try to write a cohesive and good story. Because this show was very much just operating on just like we are going to get canceled at any moment. Well, that eventually happened, but they at least wrapped it out eventually. It's like the only time we see them come into this entrance. Iconic, honestly. Aw,
There were 2.
cut off the crescendo.
Humans multiply.
Why is she so hot?
Ever use a wrecking ball for a punching bag? So if you guys are
He has a wrecking ball.
Who made you?
A question that never gets answered. I mean, the quintessons, but we don't delve into that in this continuity.
We are autonomous robotic organisms from the planet Cybertron
Why are you here?
It's the same
to protect
dialogue from the first
Jokers
movie.
tried to bump us off last night.
They tried to what?
Okay.
They are here because our planet is uninhabitable, ravaged by centuries of civil war over control of our world supply of Energon, the fuel and lifeblood of all Autobots and Decepticons alike.
Projection. It's like a smiley face.
I fought alongside one whom I considered a brother, but in war, ideals can be corrupted. And it was thus that Megatron lost his way.
That's not what the story ends up being, though, because Megatron's the one that starts the war, but I guess he's just sparing them.
Megatron has not been seen nor heard from in some time, but if his return is imminent, as I fear, it could be catastrophic.
Well,
Then lock on transmission coordinates and activate the space bridge.
he's back. I love the visualization of that. Ooh, let me praise this a little bit. That shadow line, like all the way through there, that's
Decepticons! I have returned.
hell yeah. To be continued. Attack on Titan. God damn, this show was fun. Well, that was episode 1 of season 1 of Transformers Prime. There may not be a whole lot to really talk about with this show. I mean, it's not like there's gonna be any theorizing. I'm not watching it for the first time, but with a lot of series that I watch where it's like I know things in the beginning, you know, I tend to like kind of pretend that I don't know. But with this, it's like, it's hard not to. There's stuff I want to talk about, so I'll just talk knowing the entire show. And if you're, for whatever reason, watching this as your first time watch through, sorry, but I'm clearly going to spoil things. Frank Welker, baby. Megatron. If for nothing else, the voice acting in this Transformers is my favorite out of any rendition of Transformers. Yeah, Kevin Michael Richardson as Bulkhead, Josh Keaton as Jack, Sumali Montano as RC, Jeffrey Combs as Ratchet is... I think Ratchet might be my favorite voice out of all of them, and there's like so many other iconic and great voices that we'll get as we get introduced to new characters, but whew. You know, I was throwing back in my head like whether or not it's like, do I want to do like all these parts in like one thing, like if it's a multi-part arc, but we'll see how much we get into in the next episode. I'll probably end up doing just one episode at a time for each one, but we shall see. But now, like, properly watching that episode from start to finish for the first time in a long time, what a great first episode, honestly. It sets up stuff, you get the characters, but at the same time, it's like only this show had a cohesive vision from start to finish. But despite all that, I'll still love it. I still do love it, and I always will. But either way, this is my reaction to episode 1 of season 1 of Transformers Prime. Join me next time for episode 2, so everything else will be coming out soon. So until next time, I'm Lancer. Thanks for watching.